Well, everybody, I got hungry again. I've been out weed eating. My battery died on my weed eater because I got one of those lightweight ones that you run with a little battery. So I came in here and put my batteries on the charger and decided I was going to fix me some tostadas to eat for dinner while I wait for my battery to charge. And I went ahead and started cutting up my chicken because I didn't have any beef or chicken cooked already. So I just took one, and it was a pretty good sized chicken breast. I took one chicken breast out of the freezer. I popped it in the pan here with a lid, and I just started slowly cooking it. Well, basically I turned it down on real low so it would defrost while it was cooking. But I hadn't cut it all up. And I'm not going to use nowhere this whole chicken breast. I mean, you could probably feed 5 or 6 people with this much chicken to make these little tostadas like I'm going to do. I don't have the full size tortillas, so I'm using the small ones, the 8-inch ones. I think that's what they are. But I'll show you how I'm going to work with them. Yeah, if you've got leftover roasted chicken or beef or anything like that that you can use in it, go ahead and use it. I just didn't have any. I ate all of my stir-fry greens the other day that I cooked and did that video on. And I didn't have any more of that beef stir-fry, so I just decided I was going to fix me a quick chicken breast. And to me, that is the quickest way to do it because, you know, if you put it on real low with a lid on it, it doesn't take it long to thaw out. And chicken doesn't take long to cook either. But this is a way you can feed a family of probably 4 people tostadas and not spend a fortune. Because I think at the store, at the restaurants, they charge you $6, $7 or more for just one tostada. So this is my way of doing it. Have to nibble on the scraps, y'all. And I don't think I'm going to use the little pan to fix them in. I'm going to use the big one because that way I might be able to get both of them in there at the same time. Put my little bit of oil, not much. I'd rather actually have butter, I think. You don't really need it, but hey, butter don't hurt. You don't even need butter, really. But I'm going to have a little bit of that. Now, before I build my tostada, I'm just going to let that chicken cool. I'm going to make the sauce. I don't have any of the sauce that they make, so I'm going to make my own. I'm going to start, I guess you can see me, with some mayo. And I'm not going to fix very much because it's just me and I'm just going to fix enough of this for me to eat tonight. So a good tablespoon would be good. I'm using a teaspoon, but you see I had it well rounded. And stick this back in the refrigerator. Now there is Sriracha sauce you can buy, just like they have, you know, at the restaurants, but I'm not going to go buy that. I'm putting a little bit of honey mustard in here. I'm putting a little bit of cowboy relish, not much, because I don't want it real hot. Just about a half of a teaspoon. That'll be plenty. And let's see, I'm going to get, oh, stuff's falling out of my refrigerator, y'all. I had some of that sauce. I don't know what I did with it. But anyway, you ought to know my apple cider vinegar is in the back of the refrigerator. And with this little bit, I'm not going to put much of this in there. Just a tiny bit. Yep, that's enough right there. About a half of a teaspoon. Actually, this is going to be too much. And I'll really blow your mind. Everything's falling out. Oh, I'm going to get actual yellow mustard and just put a dab of that in there for the color. Just a tiny squirt. And get this put up right quick. Oh, I gotta get my cheese. Got everything out but my cheese, y'all. Oh, where's my cheese? Parmesan, mozzarella, cheddar. I had a Mexican blend, but I think I already used it. So we'll use this instead. But back to my sauce, just stir it in. Give it a taste. That's pretty dang good. If I do say so myself. Let me get a plate. Gonna need a big one for this. It's awful to be short. Again, I'm going to put just a tiny bit of oil in my pan, just enough to coat it. Because I don't want to really get it wet with oil. I just want enough that it browns in it and it don't stick to my pan. There. Whew. Now let's build our little tostadas. I'm going to start out with one. Well, I could do both of them, I guess. I'm actually gonna, you know, in the restaurants, I'm sorry, they take the bigger tortilla tortillas. They're about the size of this plate. They put their stuff on it and then they fold it in half. Well, we're not going to fold it in half. We're going to put it on the top. So if all you got available is the little ones, by all means, you can use them. And on this, we're going to put it on the whole thing, the cheese, not just half. Because if you were using the bigger ones, you would put it on half of it and then fold it over. It doesn't take much cheese. And since I don't have the Mexican blend, I am going to put cheddar cheese on it. Okay. My little package is not going to cooperate. I want it opened. It didn't cut it all the way through like it should. There, now maybe we can do it. It still don't want to cooperate, y'all. What is the deal? Now I'll probably never get it to seal back. My cheese is stuck in there. And again, if you got the Mexican blend, that's good to use. Usually I do get that, but I don't have it. I used it already. And this bag got smushed and my cheese is stuck. I hate it when it does that. Makes it hard to get it out of the bag. Again, if these little ones are all you got on hand, go ahead and use your little ones. Ooh, gotta get that cheese off my fingers. Goodness gracious. At least my hands are clean when I'm cooking, aren't they? Now, I'm going to take some of my chicken that I just cooked and kind of shredded up. I sliced it up, but it's basically shredded, and you can pull it apart when you go to put it on there, you know, when you go to fix it. You don't have to leave it in chunks. You know, chicken doesn't take long to cook, and it's already coming apart. Now you can put just a little dab of spinach on that if you want, or some other greens. I don't prefer to do that. I basically like it is. You might say, yeah, I'm building it up a little bit here. It's easier to handle when you got it so you can fold it in half. Because I still got to pick this up and put it in my pan. Now I'm going to put my Sriracha sauce, homemade Sriracha sauce on it that I made. That'd probably save you $5 or $6 right there. I don't know how much a jar of this stuff costs, but it's not cheap, I'm sure. It's probably going to ooze out thing. Now I'm going to put a little bit more cheese on there. Not much, but I'm going to put just a dab on there. So it'll help hold it together when I flip it. Y'all pray that I'll be able to flip this thing. I actually was going to make them little and just fold them over like that and make them and just make 2 of them. And then I decided at the last minute to do it this way. I'm going to get my pan hot. And I'm going to use the same little container or bowl that I used to make my sauce. And I'm just going to put me a little bit of sour cream in there. Not much, because you know you don't need much. Mix it up on that little bit of Sriracha sauce that's left in there. It's mostly sour cream. But hey, I like the taste of it, so. Now, the trick is getting this thing over here. Yeah, I got cheese coming out already. But you want to put it on kind of low. Because you want your cheese inside to melt before it starts burning on, you know, the little tortilla burns. But I only got a little bit left out there that I need to weed eat on one side of the house over here. That's all I was going to do today, and I'll do the rest tomorrow, another day. But my battery ran down in my weed eater, so I had to come in and take care of that. This pan's hot. Yeah, it probably would have been easier to flip if I'd have just folded the little ones in half and did 2 instead of 1. But I was going to show you. You could do it like this and then cut it in half and then in quarters and basically have the same thing that you're going to have if you bought it at a restaurant for the fraction of the cost. And what gave me the idea for this, one of my friends messaged me and asked me if I had chilies here. And I said, well, yeah. she said, well, the next time you go there, get the Quesadilla. And she had another name added to it, but it was a Quesadilla. She said they were really good. Well, I haven't been to Chili's in years. So, but hey, if I've got to go out and pay $7 for something like this, why not just use the ingredients I've got at home and make me one? I mean, I've got a whole package of tortillas. I only use 2 of them. I only use a fraction of a chicken breast. I made my own Sriracha sauce. So, I mean, you can't get any cheaper than that. I mean, look, out of a whole chicken breast, I've got enough to fix 5 or 6 more of these things. I just have to make more sauce to go on them, but let me check the bottom of it. I don't want it to burn. Turn it up a little bit. Yeah, the only thing I'm doing different is I'm putting one on top of the other. I'm not folding it in half. But I'm basically putting the same ingredients in it. But that little bit of sauce and the cheese that's getting melty is going to help hold it together. I hope when I flip it. Y'all keep your fingers crossed. It only takes a little bit to do this, so it took me longer to cook that just one little piece of chicken than it does anything else. There, that wasn't so hard, was it? It's not quite as browned as I want it to be, though. But that's dinner, y'all. That's a Quesadilla, homemade Quesadilla. Chicken Quesadilla. Something that you pay about $7 for or more if you went out and got it. What is it, Taco Bell or Chili's or wherever, any Mexican restaurant that sells these, you're going to pay at least $7. Now, I may have to let it cool, to bite it. And I apologize for my coughing. Like I said, I've been out running the weed eater, so I've been breathing stuff I don't need to be breathing. And I didn't wear a mask, which, that was my fault. I always forget to put a mask on. Yes, we can turn that up a little bit. The cheese is melted. I just want it kind of toasted a little bit. I put just a little bit more oil in there because it's kind of dry. Not much. I could have done this in the smaller pan. Because like I said, in the beginning I was going to use the smaller ones, but I was going to fold them in half. The way actually they do it in the restaurant. Some restaurants do them this way. Especially the little ones. They just put one on top of the other. Put all your filling inside and go for it. It's getting there, y'all. And see, all we had to do is basically toast it and brown the tortilla, because everything was already cooked. We just had to melt the cheese. Now, what did I do with my knife? I'm always throwing my knife in the dish pan, and then I don't know where it is when I look for it. But you can feed a whole family with a chicken breast. Get you a package of tortillas. Get you some the Mexican mixed cheese. If you already have cheddar and another kind of cheese, just mix it together. Use what you got. Take you some mayo. What did I put in there? I put a half a teaspoon of cowboy candy, which that was my heat. I put a dab of mustard. I put a little bit of, about a spoonful of honey mustard in there. And that was it, y'all. I'm going to try to cut this. Almost need a pizza cutter. You know what? I got one. Might work better, especially to get to the bottom of it. There I go. And they usually cut them in fours. In 4 pieces. And I probably need to let my cheese cool off a little bit, because it's going to run out and I don't want it to run out. Well, not my cheese, it's my sauce. Just have to be careful when you cut it. The sauce will run out before the cheese, because I put quite a bit in there. But there you go. Dinner. Homemade costada. And you know what? I think if I turn this light off, you might be able to see this better. I don't know what the problem is with my lighting. But there you go. And you're probably wondering what the sour cream and stuff is. Well, I like sour cream. So I can just take my sour cream that I mixed up with that little bit of Sriracha sauce, dip my Quesadilla in it, and take a bite. Y'all take the first bite. Don't that look good? Mmm. Mmm. That is so good, y'all. Oh my God. That half a teaspoon of cowboy candy, which was just the right enough heat, you know, pepper-wise, to make it good, and it gives it the taste of the jalapeno. That is so good, y'all. Try these. You'll love them. Quesadillas, y'all. Make them at home. Save your money. That cheese is hot. If you don't want to dip them, do that. Put you a gob of sour cream on there. Oh my goodness. That is so good, y'all. You gotta try this. I mean, how much do you think I spent on this? I mean, you can't take in the fact that I bought the whole pack. I only used 2 tortillas. I only used a little handful of cheese. I only used not even a fourth of a chicken breast. I only used a couple of spoonfuls of sour cream. So, it probably didn't even cost me $3 to make this. I'm happy, y'all. This is good stuff. Get that camera to focus a little bit. Oh my God. That is so good. Have another bite. All that cheesy goodness and chicken and sour cream and jalapeno flavor. Oh. Put my sour cream on my plate. Yeah, I'll have all that chicken left to make something else with it tomorrow or the next day. I don't know what. But I got to finish eating my dinner because I got to get back out there and finish running the weed eater. I got one of my batteries charged. I see the light turn green. That means it's charged. So y'all fix your Quesadilla or Questada. I can't say it right. And I'll have to thank Susie for even putting it in my mind to want one. Because after she said, go to Chili's and get one, they're really good. I thought to myself, well, I know they're good, but it's been a long time, years since I ate one. And I said, I bet I can fix me one here because I think I got the ingredients. I don't have the Mexican cheese, but cheddar and mozzarella work just as well. You can improvise. But yeah, get you a big old chicken breast, cook it, shred it up, get you some cheese, get you some tortillas, and mayonnaise, and your mustard, and your cowboy candy, or whatever you want to put in there for the jalapeno flavor. And make you some quesadillas at home, quesadillas at home, and save money. I mean, you could make enough for a family of 4 easy and save money. I mean, that would have been, you'd save what, $7 a piece. That's $28 just for the meal, and then you got to pay tax on that, and then you always have to have something to drink. And oh my God, the drinks that you get in restaurants are at least $3 a glass. So you're looking at $40 for a family of 4. And you can take $3 or $4 and make that many at home to feed 4 people. So I, for one, don't want to spend the money when I go to the store. I've always been too tight with my money. I refuse to turn my money loose because I've worked too hard to get it my whole life. And I'm sure you have too. And gas, I mean, the prices, not only gas, but restaurant prices, grocery prices, everything's going up more and more every day. So you need to learn how to fix your stuff at home and save your money. I had one of my subscribers mention about my fish fry. She said, well, I could have took $20 and went out and bought it, probably at least a big old fish dinner, and it would have been enough to divide up and make 2 meals out of it. Well, she misunderstood. I said there was $20 worth of fish that I had, but I only cooked half of it. So that was $10 of fish that I cooked. And you could have made 4 meals out of what I cooked easy for what I spent. Well, you know, what I had. So you say $10 for the fish, 50 cents maybe for the hush puppies, because it doesn't cost anything to make hush puppies. Maybe 50 cents to $1 for 2 potatoes, a quarter of a cabbage, and 1 carrot. And I made a fish dinner enough for 4 people with less than $20. So, hey, it's up to you, y'all. If you want to spend your money, go spend it. If not, do like I'm doing and make it yourself. And I'll see y'all on my next one. Love y'all. Bye.